Get set. Go. Take off.
Oh.
That was a nice socking sound.
Uh-oh, I heard her click back up. He's trying now with that back thing.
How do you get to do that? That is really cool. That's cool.
Uh-oh. He wants the weapon armor. Yes, they are. Uh-oh. Disabled. Almost. Apparently. Oh, he's gone.
Round two.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyone have backup? Backup is really.
Caliber is off.
Well, he had this random rotational device that it was like 8 feet that moved in these cam-driven formations, so that it actually kind of walked, and he could stand on it and let it walk and remote control and drive it across with him standing on it. It was a very impressive device.
I want one off The Simpsons that picks up the other robot, chews it, oops, a trophy.
But these devices, I mean, they're expensive. People were spending $5,000 to $6,000 on the electrical mechanical parts, and then to get a control set which you could control one of these things with, $8,000 was the starter unit.
Yeah.
That gave you 3 channels of control. That's not much. That's a left, a right, or either a drive motor and a turning mechanism, or left and right if you had treads, and then one weapon.
Are jammers legal? Can you hack into the other person? Can you either jam or hack into the other person's
Most competitions, jammers are not legal.
pansies?
Yeah, well, hey. They're not dealing with autonomous though either.
You should be able to whip out a controller and hack the other guy's system.
You get on set and that actor didn't show up.
Or you lose a site, or you realize you have to do 2 pages of rewrites.
Now rescue is not the same as post. Rescue is, this is flying by the seat of your pants now. You've got 40 people on the set ready to make this film, and somebody didn't show up who was critical to this shot. What are you going to do? That's when you start grabbing extras and saying, you look like you need that material. And you put them out there and you get it done, because you can't come back the next day. Maybe you've hired a SAG actor that's got flown in from out of town. You're paying him ridiculous wages to be there. You can't wait till tomorrow. You have to shoot now. So,
and that's, as again, this is getting off the green screen just a little bit, but really it all ties together, because you want to roll with the punches. As a director, or as a first assistant director, or as a producer, you've got to be prepared with plan A, plan B, and sometimes plan C for any given moment in that production. If this fails, what do you do? If this fails, what do you do? You always have to have some kind of a backup plan in mind. I'm to a point now where if I'm doing pre-production meetings and a person doesn't show up twice, I don't count on that person showing up for the actual shoot. Now, if they do show up, fantastic. You go ahead and work with that person, because that's the person you really wanted to have in that role.
which the reason I discourage that is the meter for the sound that's actually being recorded is on the camera at that point. Sound guy isn't looking at the camera. The only person looking at the camera is the camera. Is it his job to watch the sound meter? No, you don't want him to. His job is to get the picture. That's the one guy that I don't mind that everybody, focusing on the picture. That's his job. He shouldn't have to worry or screw with sound at all. So even if it sounds good on your headphones that are coming out of your mixer, all the meters look good on the mixer. If there's anything between your mixer and the camera, maybe it's a setting on the camera. I'm a sound guy, I don't know those settings too well. I don't know how to get into the menus of all those cameras. So anything from a cable to the actual settings on the camera can screw up the sound that's being recorded onto the camera. That's too much of a risk. It's too much out of the control of the sound. And I have been on sets where they were doing that. And the cable from this mixer to the camera came unplugged. And nobody noticed until after a couple shots from them. They had to back up and reshoot everything.
It's not worth it. The other thing is that you've got that advantage if you're shooting double system sound, and you go ahead and record sound on your camera as well, is that if there's a problem with the good sound that you're recording on your good mixer, you may be able to salvage sound off of the net sound off of that camera. And that has happened before, and sometimes the camera's closer than what a boom operator can get to your subject.
And it depends on the environment. Sometimes you can actually get good sound. It's not something you count on, but once in a while it does happen, which is nice.
Of course, the more expensive cameras, you have track. So you could use a mic on the camera if you wanted to, just for safety. But you could also feed sound from your mixer board or from your portable audio setup, whatever, that you're still recording. You still feed the camera if you want to as a backup, which I had to do before.
Yeah, I've had directors request that, and that's normally my compromise when they want to record to the camera and they're dead set that they want to record to the camera. It's, okay, I'll send you a line to the camera, you can record on the camera. I'm recording on this. Yeah. It's an easy compromise. If they want to screw with another cable going over across the room to the camera, that's fine. I don't see the point in it, but I'm not going to argue that. I'm going to capture good sound, and the stuff that comes out of the camera is useful.
What's the importance of recording ambient sound on the set?
Like we said, when you're recording dialogue, in between the dialogue you have the noise of the room. Well, the room does have noise, and it's going to be there. But if you do some shots that require no sound, you need to actually still capture that sound of the room, otherwise you have dead silence. And since we went digital, dead silence really is dead silence. So it used to be on analog, at least you'd have a hiss. You know?
You're welcome. I teach at IPS. I teach for here.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. I have 20 second graders in my class. How many kids are in yours?
Come on, guys. Aren't you a little old to be playing with the gerbil?
Like 21? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Who says you're too old?
Never too old to
Oh,
play
you
with
got
the
a lot of
children.
kids in your class. Do you have another teacher in your room too? Do you have two teachers?
You're never too old to play with the children. You won't text you that.
Isn't that what
If that's what he wants, then I'm in big trouble. One of my best friends has a Build-A-Bear that's dressed as Princess Leia. And it's a boy. It's okay. It's okay. My Build-A-Bear's dressed like Princess Leia.
It's just crazy.
Okay, we actually do have, I'll tell you what, I'll hold you stuff. Okay. And tell me when he feels right. Is that pretty good, or you want a little more? A little more? Yeah? Okay. Is that good? One more handful? Okay. That's a lot.
Here, let me feel it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think he's pretty squishy.
I gave him some.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Those are.
Is somebody stealing a chair? You're not saying that we're stealing a chair?
I gave him a.
Yeah, you just got called out. Come here.
Thank you.
Who stole the chair?
We did.
Don't steal chairs.
All right.
If you absolutely need it, we'll give this back to you and find another one.
Okay.
Second grade learning experience. Stealing is wrong. Asking is fine.
Borrowing with permission is okay.
Yes. Borrowing with permission is great. I said, well, you know, you shouldn't have been fighting.
There you go.
You miss out, you get what you get.
It'll take a while before you see the sparkles because the sparkles, if it hits the light just right, you'll see
Okay.
it perfect.
There you go, Mr. Archer. What color?
And the sparkles like to
Let's
hang
put-
out in the oil.
You want blue? Okay, let's put some water in for you.
You have to hang around like right where the oil is.
Where the rim
We'll use the funnel you didn't like
Yeah, the oil has
to put water in.
Yeah.
Higher density.
He doesn't have his hat on.
Okay. Ooh, I heard people using scientific words. I like that. Huh?
Density and velocity.
Density and velocity and states of matter and, oops, I put your oil in first, but that's okay, it works.
It'll come right up to the top, so.
You said blue, right?
Yeah. Because blue is not going to serve it for you.
Purple and maybe blue for me.
Now look, do you see something there? You just learned another science experiment. We put the oil in first, look what happened to your color.
Yeah.
It's suspended in the oil. So until
I
you
was going to try and get extra.
until you stir it up, until you shake it up, or you pop that air bubble. Now we popped those air bubbles, so now the color's going back down in. Where did you put your lid?
I never had a lid.
I learned that from
And today, I got in line and I asked him to sign my program book for me, and I was just going to get one picture signed for my classroom. And so he signed the one for my classroom, and he goes, that doesn't seem quite fair. And so he pulled over another picture and he signed a picture to my entire school. So I can take one. Did you guys get an autograph from Dr. Wolf this morning? Did you go get one?
We didn't do an autograph with him. We did everybody else.
Well, and you know what? He's giving his away free.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was kind of fun because I met him years and years and years ago in Florida. I went to a landing and then went to like a.
This one that reminds me of the whole, you know,
I have a hat kind of like that with
she's coming Saturday, that's why. You do have
About a 700 feet. Yeah, they're doing their 70th anniversary next year. 70th? Before we do the pivot, you want to sit there and take it and click play it back first.
Swap the thing and take that too.
No, that's the same amount. Look at that apple. I don't want yours.
We all got full. Next turn, if you use this special dice, give me $200. Okay. I'll pressure you. I will. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not have enough. You.
Front view, a little bit to the right, please, a little bit to the right. Oh, there you go.
Guys, we passed him. We passed him.
That's okay. Past who? That's okay. We were trying to pass the S4. Short range, tactical.
Uh-oh.
Shields.
Enemy, Korean
Shields
cruiser.
up. Maximum power torpedoes.
Korean cruiser, guys.
Okay. For range, fire.
Their impulses
He's
and
taking
damage,
damage.
abilities.
Vicious
Long range.
Destroyed.
Long range, please.
I have only 6 torpedoes left.
All right.
Power to war.
Try to find us that guy in the nebula. Science officer. No, the other guy. There's one north. Give us a scan, the 0 to 10 arc. The 0 to 10 arc. See what you can find 0 to 10. Start with 0 to 10, 0 to 20.
X-38.
Bearing 5.
X-38.
It's going through the
That's all.
Australian battleship.
X-38.
Power levels are okay.
677
We
is
took
going
it
to
about
Hill.
Yeah.
We found
All right,
it's
a little more.
X-38.
Bearing 0, maximum warp, please.
Bearing 0.
Bearing 0, maximum warp.
Right.
North.
Yeah, but by the time it gets there, it'll be an intercept course, if you will. Just head 0.
There's F-76.
There's F-76. That's what I was looking for.
It's closer by.
Yeah, what's his power rating?
I can't find him. Guys, hold still. I can't find him.
Okay, time out. Let's find out what F-76 is.
F-76? I think it's pretty powerful.
Only 3 bars on high.
Okay, give us
Australian cruiser. Bearing 26.
26.
You're northwest. Northwest.
Okay. Well, I say one of our targets has been
Guys,
destroyed by
northeast.
minefields.
What happened? Oh, yeah!
Nice.
Yay, minefield. Keep
Found
going.
him.
Front
We
view,
found
front view, front view. Maximum warp, keep going.
Keep going.
There he is. He's on your
There he
screen.
is.
Back off, back off. Pay attention to your screen.
Power torpedoes. 4 torpedoes.
Their tactical has been damaged and a primary beam's been
All right.
destroyed.
DS4, please.
All right, DS4.
Maximum power. Bearing.
Nerds. They are concentrated on their hobby. So if you don't wax effusive about, oh, that's a cute scope, man, you know, you're just like, oh, okay, no, leave me alone. So it's a good group to join, but you also have to have time to go to all their stuff. Because they do control the Link Observatory, which is a gorgeous observatory down on the southwest side. And they also have a couple of what's called dark sky sites, where it's so dark you can actually see the Milky Way, son of a gun. If anybody's got some of the extra sheets, we got some people coming in. If you
Right back here. Right back here.
All right, now the other 3 are interesting, but you know.
Word Fushi for mortality, and because the Emperor's army climbed the mountain, the name Fuji, the name of the mountain, was written with the kanji that means mountain abounding with warriors. And the smoke from the burning letter is still seen rising today from the top of the mountaintop. Of course, Mount Fuji is a volcano. So here within the story, we have the importance of the imperial family. We have the name of Mount Fuji, which is a major symbol of Japan, very important in their culture. And we have the explanation for the natural phenomena of the smoke rising from the top of the volcano. So you can see how, over the years, this story is adapted and modified, but it still reinforces those basic tenets of folklore, which is the reason for the promotion and promulgation of the story. So, very briefly, going back over this, we have a princess from the Moon Kingdom who's sent to Earth because of a war. She has hair that shines like gold, and she's pursued by princes from... Does this sound familiar to anybody? Has anybody seen Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon is just a retelling of Kage-Hime. It's a very successful franchise, but it is essentially the retelling of Kage-Hime. And in one episode of the Sailor Moon TV series, they actually met somebody who was claiming to be Kage-Hime, so it was kind of a smile and a wink and a nod to the source of the story. In Japan, of course, everybody knows this is a retelling of Kage Hime because it's a fairy tale they grew up with. It's just yet another version of a familiar story. Shingetsukan Tsukihime, which is it was a video game that got turned into an anime about vampires from the moon, is another loose retelling. There's also a long-running shoujo manga called Kagehime, which is not actually a retelling of the story, but they play on the name a lot. And even Sanrio jumps on the bandwagon. This is a little glowing Hello Kitty Kagehime bamboo figure, because Sanrio has...
We get in the inset looks like a hat. But this could also be an artifact of digital photography, because resolution, when you start blowing something up, not with opticals, but with digital magnification, gets lost considerably. So we don't know if this isn't just an ordinary aircraft that's distorted, even though it looks like a hat. It looks like a flying saucer. But another problem with this is that the person who's posted this on the MUFON website gave only an email address and has not answered any attempt I have made, which is several, to contact him. There was nothing else. All he said was, I did this. I was there, I took the photograph, here it is, that's it. We can't investigate this anymore at all. I really wish if anyone wants to report a UFO and you can get on the MUFON website, there's a form. It's a simple electronic form. It's got lots of little interesting details like, was it oval shape or globe shape? Check this box, check that box, please check them all. All this is data that has been compiled and gives us a lot of scientific researchable information. This particular one was I think this is about 2002 also. Stuart, you had some information about this.
A long line from arm to hip. Just stretch on that side and the other side. On each side. Good. Spread the feet a little wider than hip width apart. If you can bend your knees such that your toes go over your knees, not inward or whatever. We're going to inhale the arms up, stand up straight, and exhale down back to a bend. Inhale up, exhale down. Last time, inhale up, and exhale down. Now, keeping your feet wider than hip width, we're going to go for a forward fold. Again, if you need to modify something, if your body is like no, or if it's painful, don't do it or change it. None of the moves we're going to do today are very intense, but still, if something doesn't feel good, don't do it or modify it. Walk your hands over to one side, so they're kind of angling over one knee or over one toe. Walk your hands over to the other side. You're touching my foot. And back to middle. Now if you can, step your feet together so that you're just doing a forward fold. And then bend your knees and get down on the ground for stretching. If the ground doesn't work for you, stay standing or sit in your chair. We'll start off with a butterfly. And here we're going to do a stretch that prepares us for a body roll. A body roll is where you roll your torso down to your hips. We're going to start training our body to do that. We're going to start by putting our head down to our toes and rolling up. We're going to do that in a large movement and then small movement. Then we're going to reverse it. Let me show you what I mean. This is a large nose dive to prepare for a body roll. We're going to do it small. We're going to do it backwards. Or go back and up and over. It's like going in a wheel in either direction. You can do it 3 times large, 3 times small, and then reverse it. Then when we stand up and do body rolls, you'll see what I mean. This is a good preparation, right? So everyone try and put your nose to your toes, and then look forward. Chest comes forward, and your head and chest come up. And then if you want to grab on your knees and cave in backwards, good. Nose dive again. Head comes forward, chest comes forward, up, cave into the back. One more time deep. Comes forward, chest comes forward. Now we're going to do this small.
that's great you didn't because you were looking through your phone. That was so my bad. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, the Kenny and Kevin, they pulled out Starbase Indy 1988 shirt out of the box. It was great. That was hilarious.
Did a lot of you get the eye contacts that went out?
Yeah. How many of you guys get the eye contact messages?
How many of you read them?
Yeah, because one time we put in there a special code for you could get a discount, and we were shocked how many people did not use that special code. Yeah, some people, because you don't read. Well, you guys did. But
That's why I switched everything backwards, because they always start off with the stars, and if you don't know what else is going on, then maybe the stars don't interest you, but you would love to come play arcade games or something, So I mixed everything up and put other stuff first.
Yeah.
Stars last.
Well, and if you're not signed up for the eye contact, you can go on our website, click on the About Us, and under the contact area, there's a way for you to actually stay in contact with us with the eye contact. You just sign up on there, and you have complete control over the membership. So you can cancel it at any time. You can say delete me forever. It's not like we can go in there and keep hounding you for anything. So just so you know that.
I have a question.
Are we ready to start?
Well, yeah, but did we rent a place to store all this crap?
Oops. We've always stored all this stuff at my house.
But we have new stuff this year.
We bought all this AV equipment because Tony Patterson was selling it, and it was such a good deal, and we didn't want to lose all that stuff. So, and Judy had said, "Oh, there's no problem. We can put it in my dining room."
And then I stood next to one of those same speakers. No, we couldn't. Are we ready, Ricky?
I'll have to call.
Hey, let's roll.
Yeah, it's just,
Do you want me to go hit the lights?
So, Judy, I don't know where the lights are at.
Oh, they're all the way in the back.
Jack, can you do it?
Light in a little box.
All the way in the back of the back. Donna, you got it?
Can you hear?
Yeah, Donna's got it.
In the box, in the upper right-hand corner of the box, there's a set of 4 switches, and it's the upper left-hand switch. I don't know if she got that.
The bridge is for sale if you want to buy it and take it home.
No, it's not. We spent a good deal of money upgrading that bad Mama Jim.
It looks great.
Is it? Okay.
It's for sale.
We'll get it.
Okay, we're good for live.
You gotta be a football hero to get along with a beautiful girl. You gotta be a touchdown getter, you bet. If you wanna get a baby to pet, the fact that you are rich or handsome will get you anything in return. You gotta be a football hero to get along with the beautiful girls.
have time for editing.
It'll be available on YouTube.
It'll be available, and we're gonna also put more stuff out there. He was saying we're gonna add to it.
Can you put a link on the webpage?
Yes, there will be a link on StarbaseIndy.com.
It's actually gonna be there will be an actual video on the homepage. There'll be a video on the homepage. All right, so, but they took 2 hours of video.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So
All right,
thanks.
That was a very quick little, we were getting all excited.
That was the theatrical teaser.
It was kind of like the Star Trek one that they did. Remember Star Trek 2009 was coming out and they showed very little. You saw no actors, no
Somebody
nothing. You saw
hammering.
the pan up and then you saw the Enterprise. That was it. Like, oh my gosh.
So we'll see you all next year then, right? You're gonna stay and help us tear down? And please, not only buy your tickets, but please, please, please tell everybody about it. Post it on forums. For us to stay alive and us to keep this going, we got to get the word out. And the main way we do that is via the internet. We usually do not send out flyers or postcards and stuff like that. It's too expensive. Postage would kill us, so we just can't do it. Yes, and we usually try to post a flyer on the website that you can download, and then you can make copies and put it in. I've had several people post on the Starbase Indy Facebook, said, you know, hey, I passed out 50 flyers at such and such convention. And all that stuff helps. Everything helps.
Thank you.